Live from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The one, the only, the unexpected thrill of a lifetime podcast. It's Monday, the 29th. What a coincidence. It's episode 9. We got all kinds of nice stuff for you, as usual.
Hey, listen!
As I said, we're coming to you live from Philadelphia. And I'm your host, Dan Fisher. We got all kinds of nostalgia coming your way. This is the Evil Carousel and the Unexpected Thrill of a Lifetime podcast. Oh no. This is like a bad dream.
Welcome. You've got mail.
Oh gosh. Boy, that was a reality check. We got all kinds of great stuff for you on the show today. That's right. This is the revolution. Like I said before, this is a Trojan horse of entertainment. It's breaking through your mind and you're going, wait a minute. I didn't even think of that. Where's this guy coming from? He's hilarious. Well, I'm not going to keep my own hand. Yes, I will. I am hilarious. Well, no, I'm not. But anyway, we're moving right along here. We got a lot of things to talk about today. It's a jam-packed show. And I don't want to string you along anymore. I don't want to make you feel like good things aren't coming your way. This is like a black hole, a safe zone for all things bizarre. And we're going to get cracking to it right away. Man, and you know what the deal is. We're just going to head on over to the Knights of the Round Table of Contents. And I'm going to explain to you what you can look forward to today on the show. Thinking about phasing this particular track of the music out. I feel like it was an early attempt. It did its job, and we'll see if it's around next week, but it's not looking good. And we got to do something about that sound. Every time those kids start cheering, it's just madness. But like I said, we're recorded in front of a live studio audience, and let's talk about what we're going to see today. A new reality show to announce. A new contest. That's right. What could it be? We have you remember the soup eating contest? There's a new one in the works, and that's our sponsor for FFN News, so obviously we're going to have some FFN News. I think that goes without say. It's a staple, a major feature on this railroad of excellence and ridiculousness. We got, I did kind of tease last week that the robot song would be out this week. I'm not ready for that yet. I'm still in the process of working out some of the kinks. So instead, I'm just going to play the song as is at the end, after the end of the show song. And you'll get to hear it and tell me what you like about it. And I don't know, I guess tell me if you have any ideas for him. I'm going to, well, no, I'm not going to spoil it. So I'll let that be.
Nick, Nickelodeon. Previously on X-Men.
Well, anyway, what else we got? We have some Philly news. We have the pizza tour, as usual. You know I can't leave you hanging with that. A quick read from the Book of Madness, the album of the week, the movie of the week. We got the beef. I got a joke for you. We're going to talk about The Big Lie, a new feature which I kind of discussed before, but called Views of a Driver. That's right. If you want to follow my personal account, it's at Views of a Driver on social media, which pretty much for me means Instagram. On that page, I post a lot of, just art, architecture, things that I see, places I go, and basically how that's going to correspond with this show is I'm going to tell a story from my travels in any of my jobs where I've driven a lot. And this week comes already from my new job at Amazon as an Amazon delivery boy. They're training me to be one of their drones, and so far I have pretty good benefits, but more on that later. And I think that's all that we really got. We're going to move on to the next part of the show already because, like I said, I'm kind of a little bit sick of that song, but it's not like it's not really that bad. Instead, we're going to move along with this. We got Philly news. We got some crazy weather coming this week. That's been around this past week. We've had some highs and lows. We're already seeing the temperatures go up to 70. The snow's out of here. We know that's done. But lots of rain and stuff like this, and this isn't the Views of the Driver portion, but last year I kept track. I'm sorry, it was 2 years ago, because last year was COVID, so kind of makes me skip. But 2 years ago, I was driving full-time for Lyft, and I noticed that once winter was over, I almost started to think it was some kind of conspiracy, but we had 12 Fridays in a row where it rained. I would work every Friday, and I would always keep track. But so we had rain every Friday in Philly for 12 weeks. And then we had a week off, and there wasn't any rain. It was dry, it was nice, and it was sunny. And then we had 13 more weeks of a rainy Friday. And what's the meaning of that? I don't know. I can't figure that out. Well, that was just tremendous. But so, we got things going on in Philly. People are trying to get out more. People are trying to do more things. Other states are seeing a little bit of a surge, us included. New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania are all seeing a little bit of a surge. So we're just trying to be good. And as Dr. Fauci says, don't celebrate too much only in the first inning or the quarter waypoint, or I'm not sure exactly what he said, but it sounded a lot better when he said it. So let's, I guess, leave it up to the experts, as they say. All right. Something I thought was kind of cool in the news was Pennsylvania has committed to solar, basically more than any other state. It said that it wants to move to have up to 50% of all of its energy from clean energy in the next few years, I think it said. And I love that. I love our Governor Tom Wolf. I like his lieutenant. I hope he's running for Pat Toomey's spot in, I think it's 2022. Anyway, I'm not going to get into the weeds on that. Also, University City kind of thing. It's been around for about 2 months now, but we got a new Acme right in the heart of University City, and it's great. It's a big step up from the Fresh Grocer that was there. But also, on the other side of the river, Giant Foods, who I think owns the Fresh Grocer, they opened up their flagship store in the Logan Square area. And, for those of you who don't know, a flagship store means they pump the most resources, the best people into it. And I'm excited to check it out. I mean, the place looks massive, so we'll see about that. We got a couple holidays coming up this week that I don't celebrate. Passover and Palm Sunday. We'll probably touch on that more on FFN News. And last but not least in this segment, we've got the pizza tour. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Dan, come on, how does anybody eat so much pizza? Well, maybe I spread it out. Maybe I've got some tricks up my sleeve. Wrong. Today I actually tried a new place, and I had it delivered to me because it was my day off and I didn't feel like leaving the couch. So I still did the work. I still did it. Anyway, Ed's Pizza and Wings. Now, I'm a fan. It's a good place. They got good beer inside. It's a cool spot if you can walk there. It's pretty close to Drexel. I give it a 6 out of 10 slices. 6 slices out of 10 in your piece of pizza. And I say this, I like one that's a little bit more crunchy. It was a little soft, but it was delicious. Cheese was good. You know, sauce could probably use a little bit of a punch up. But you know what? I'm not a pizza expert. Although I did work at a Pizza Hut for 6 years. So you decide who the expert is. Sorry, Ed. But we still love it anyway. Yeah, I think that's about it for that. So next we have, I'm really excited, you know, because since we get sponsors on this show, real sponsors, by the way, we get a lot of money from that, a lot of resources, a lot of manpower or women power. Don't want to be, don't want to be sexist, but I have something exciting to talk to you about. You've heard about the soup eating contest. You've heard about other ideas before, but now there's a new concept, a new contest, and a new reality show to go along with it. America's Got Ice. Now, what the heck is that? That's right, it's America's newest eating competition. Whoever can eat a 3-pound bag of ice first is the winner. Now, you have to eat all of the ice. You can't wait for it to melt. Now, I know some of you out there, especially my sister, huge on eating ice. I don't get it. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how people's teeth can not get sensitive and withstand all that. I don't know. I have bad teeth. In fact, I might have said this joke on the podcast before, but I'll say it again because, well, I just will. You know, other people, people go, oh my God, man, I've got a sweet tooth. I can't kick it, man. I can't I can't kick the sweets. I can't kick coffee, blah, blah, blah. And I say, well, you know what? I got it even worse, man. I got sweet teeth. That's right. It's America's Got Ice. And, let's just say it's pretty bitchin'. More on that in the future. Check in on our Instagram, @EvilCarousel, @Instagram.com. Well, now that that's over, it's time to move on.
It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum.
That's
and
right.
I'm all out of gum.
That's what Joe Biden says. We can walk and chew gum at the same time. But anyway, after no more further ado, it's time for FFN News. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, it's FFN News. I'm your host, Dan Fisher. Tonight we're going to get started with animals. FFN News Animals. America votes the badger least likely to exist. FFN News Holidays. Socially distanced Passover meetup point accidentally mistaken and confused for an underpass. FFN News Spring Break. Miami spring breakers carefully prepare for what they call Palm Beach Sunday. That's right, they're going to be spreading ashes and sand on their face and getting down and dirty. They're going to be drinking the Lord's blood, the nice fine wine, and that's probably not going to be all that they're drinking. Anyway, we wish them best of luck and stay away from COVID. Looks like it's going to be hard. FFN News Politics. Now, this is a meaty one. We stayed away from it a little bit the last 2 weeks. We got some major headlines right now. That's right, Sidney Powell admits her time representing Trump was a parody of the truth. That's right, it wasn't even alternative facts, it was just a parody. And they've got enough parody to fire through a fire hose. That was my favorite. They say, oh, we've got all this evidence, Let's just keep the big lie going forever. FFN News Royals. Prince Harry embraces the tech industry, gets a new job as advisor in effort to suppress racism. That's right. His interview with Oprah wasn't enough. Now he's getting on board with a tech company who will probably censor voices who are trying to incite violence. That's right. You know, with all this cancel culture, I say, you know what? Let's not ban them forever. Let's make there a grace period. So what? You incite some violence, you do some incriminating shit. Okay, well, you're off of Instagram and Twitter for 5 years. If you're in the entertainment industry, it's a little bit shorter. But I feel like there needs to be a path of redemption for these people. But anyway, I've said too much. Miss Lindsey Graham, who still thinks he can control Trump, says, hi, Mr. Trump. On 2020, why don't you sit this one out? I mean, you're still the party leader. We're still going to give you credit because really, all we want to do is win, and it hangs in the balance. But just, why don't you sit out 2022? Surprising stuff. And we gotta slag off Joe Biden a little bit. With a surge of migrant children flocking to the U.S. border, Joe Biden orders warning to stay away. And he says remaining kids will learn the new policies by practicing with coloring in the lines. That's right, he's going to hand out coloring books, and he says, now here's the line. Now here's the deal. You stay on your side of the line, and then on the other side of the line, you make that a different color. That sounds a lot like segregation to me. But anyway, that's all that we have time for today on FFN News, and that's right, we do this because with all of the news being fake today, quote fake news, we're giving you the real fake news. So I hope I didn't offend anybody. Like I said before, this is a parody account. I'm only bringing this fact up again because my Instagram profile was taken down for 24 hours because I was reported by some Trumpers and Trumpettes. But anyway, that's the end of the news. I'm Daniel Fisher. Thank you for joining us. All right. Man, you know, every week I think I'm like, oh man, what am I going to do for FFN News this week? And what am I going to, what am I going to put in there? And what am I going to, but all of a sudden I just get a stream of ideas and things to do. And it really makes it enjoyable because then I get so inspired. It's late at night. It's almost midnight. And I'm like, you know what? Fire it up. Get it ready. Turn on that fucking music. It's time for the beef. That's right. We're going to let our hair down, even though I just cut all mine off. we're gonna, try out some new stuff. Like I said, we're gonna read from the Book of Madness. Now, I don't know what my dad was thinking, but maybe you can decipher it. Because it was madness, and it was all around us. And we are but the madness survivors. Our sound effects today are brought to you by the YouTube video Sounds Every 90s Kid Will Remember.
Yeah, baby!
Anyway, like I said before, thank you for joining us. This is episode 9. We also happen to be on the 29th. That was not planned. Just kidding. I don't know why I'm making such a big deal about that. Anyway, album of the week. Now, this is where we talk about music. I'm really passionate about music. I played guitar pretty much my whole life. I write music all the time. I've always got something stuck in my head. I have to go back to my roots. Now, not everybody is a Pink Floyd lover or a Floyd head or a Floyd freak, whatever you are. My mom always goes, "Oh, I don't like listening to them because they just sound like they're stoned the whole time." I'm like, okay, well, if you can see past that a little bit, you have a 4-piece band of college-educated professional musicians. This isn't Rat or damn it, I didn't want to say Rat because I'm referencing another podcast that they just talked about, but it's we'll just say it's not like a 2-bit act here. They are professionals. They are, as Jimmy Page says, sonic architects. And Dark Side of the Moon, I think that's the one album that I would take with me on a deserted island. I might have said this with Alex, but I remember before I started playing music and all that, I was in my room and I shared a room with my brother Ethan. Shout out to Ethan. We had bunk beds, and I remember I was listening to the radio, and I was still in school. I was not on the marijuana or having a beer or anything like that. This is just full embodied nerves and hormones of a young boy listening to the radio, and on comes Time/On the Run, and I remember, taking away the moment that bring up a dull day, and all that, and that epic guitar solo. I remember listening to that guitar solo. It was like having an orgasm. My body just felt electrified by it, and I just thought, you know what? This is it. This is what I have to do. This is my calling. Like, nothing else has ever made me feel this way yet, except music. So I always have to push that one along and just say, if you give it a listen, this is truly a remarkable piece of music. Anyway, the movie of the week. Another throwback. I gotta go back to my roots. This one would make my dad proud. The Blues Brothers, with Dan Aykroyd and Don Belushi. Probably one of the best movies I've ever seen. It's definitely in my top 10. And y'all remember I forget what channel, Spike TV, they used to have that movies that rock. Hold on, let's try that again. Movies that rock. That might be a little better. My voice is a little deep today, but spring allergies. But anyway, it was always on Movies That Rock. Great movie. Nobody ever remembers that Carrie Fisher's in it, and she's like hauling around weapons that like a militia would use. Well, not a militia, but Anyway. Little joke time. I don't normally just go out and just say a joke that I wrote because, maybe somebody will steal it. I don't know. But go ahead, use it if you want. This one's a little dirty. This is a joke. This is not something that happened. But I will tell it in its proper fashion. Sorry, I will tell it in its proper fashion. Anyway, I turned down the wrong thing. But anyway, I met this girl, and I once had sex on an inflatable mattress. While we were getting out of business, it got a hole in it and it deflated. And when we were all done, I got up to leave. And she looked at me and she said, "You're leaving?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm sorry to burst your bubble." Okay, a little late on that laughter there. Engineer and producer, Mr. Mike over there. Just kidding, we don't have a producer. It's just me. This is why I say live from Philadelphia, because you can't really see it. But I am.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Oh God.
You dumped her donut, you gave her dog a sausage, you stuffed her like a Thanksgiving turkey.
Okay, well, anyway. That was perfect timing with the effects there. But no, I say that it's live from Philadelphia because I'm doing like 4 things at once right now. I'm recording the show. I'm essentially doing a performance, whether you like to admit it or not. I'm playing music on my iPhone. I'm playing sound effects through my my board. I've got my left hand on my iPad with some other stuff. I've got a giant notebook in front of me with notes, things that I wrote. I mean, you gotta understand, everything you're hearing was from the mind of me. I mean, besides things that I'm recommending to you. So, let's give this show some damn respect. I know it's not an easy thing to do to be like, "Hey, you, person who's never met Dan Fisher before, you should really give this show a try. I really put my stamp of approval on it." But I think your friends might be surprised. So, you know, if you get a chance, pass it along. Tell somebody about us. Our numbers are getting heavily suppressed. We've never seen number suppression like this before. It's unbelievable. It's sick and it's mad. And Cindy Powell really needs to do something about it. But, alright, so we did all that. Now I'm just going to talk about views of a driver for a little bit. Like I said, personal Instagram profile. I post a lot of pictures, but I've also got a lot of stories. I'm trying to compile them into a book slowly over time. And one thing that happened to me today yesterday, that was... Alright, well, you're listening to this hopefully at 9 a.m. Monday, but this happened a week ago. So I'm setting the record straight. I'm at my job. You gotta go like crazy. You're just running around nonstop. I pull up in this neighborhood in my van. I go in the back. I pick up the package I need. I scan it with the phone. I go over to the door. I whip open the sliding door real quick and I jump out like a freak with both feet landing flat on the sidewalk. I turn and I look, and there's a woman standing next to me. Well, she was, until I landed next to her, and she yelled, "Oh God, it's happening!" And I apologized, and I let it just happen the way it should have, but I think she thought that she was being abducted into a van, because the van I had did not say Amazon on the side. And I had my black mask on and my, all black uniform. I mean, I probably looked like I was literally gonna abduct this woman. And I'm glad that did not happen. But Jesus Christ, I mean, it's I don't want to scare anybody. I don't want to make anybody, lose it. I don't want any of that shit to happen. So let's all just be good and nice. stay away from unmarked vans. You should see the looks I get. I drive around. People look at me in my unmarked van because when you're kind of new, they give you the unmarked van that doesn't have all the shelves in it. They give you less packages because, hello, you're new. But, you know, people are walking around their neighborhood and they're like, now, who the hell is that? And not to mention, I've seen a lot of Trump flags. I even saw one Trump 2024 flag. And I thought, wow, I guess the news hasn't traveled out here in the sticks yet. I saw a guy at a Wawa with a QAnon jacket on. And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. And then they see me pull up with my mask on. They're probably like, oh, shit. There's one of them sheep. There's one of them sheep who's just doing what he's told. Well, I'll tell you what, man. I'm not. I wear my mask because I don't know everything about the science. I'm not a genius. I don't know every second of every day. I don't have COVID or the people around me don't, so I wear a damn mask. I wear the mask, and it's to make everybody else fucking feel better. And I don't need to hear everybody's 2 cents of, oh, why this or that, or blah, 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 blah. I don't even care. I'm cutting through the bullshit today, and I'm telling you right out. I'm saying it. That's it. No more. Anyway, it's been a great show. I can't believe how fast it went. Just kidding. We're still going to do one more segment. We're going to read from the Book of Madness. We're going to play the end of the show song. I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to cry. I'm going to wave a handkerchief. And then we're going to play for you the robot song with no words at the end. It'll be a nice little jam. You can, you know, shake your hips in the car or, you know, tap on your coffee mug with your pen at work or whatever you're doing. It's 9 a.m. on Monday. You're feeling good. I'm feeling good. And now we're going to read from the Book of Madness. It only seems right to do that last. I see that now. I see that now. Fuck it. Let's just go with this song. All right. I have to open the magical suitcase that contains the Book of Madness. And when I open it, I just have to hold it away from the microphone because it goes. Alright, I just closed it. That was close. Man, that PlayStation one was cool. I like that. But anyway, I always say that. But anyway, that's like, that should be on my tombstone. Alright, well, for those of you who don't know, my dad had a friend named Sean. Sean was a really bizarre guy. And he's just always there just to kind of throw a wrench in things, and I don't know what the purpose of this was, but this segment is supposed to be on an airplane, and it goes, "Good afternoon, passengers. This is your captain, Captain Madness speaking. The weather will be in the 80s from now until we go down. Just sit back and enjoy Myrtle Beach thoughts, and we'll be there before we know it. It'll be rough waiting 20 days before departure, but I know we can all hang in there. Enjoy your madness flight. This is your captain speaking. Logging off now. Goodbye." Holy shit. What the hell is that in front of us, Captain Chubby? It looks like a big-ass glass at Dick's. Is that glass for Jesus? Now I know that we are close to Myrtle Beach. Hello again, passengers. Repeat after me. Jubilant madness. Jubilant madness. Jubilant madness. Louder. a message from Captain Madness. It seems like next week he'll be awoken from a dream from the captain. Again, I'm not sure why it's necessary to read from this each week, but I feel like we're diving into, like, you know, like when that show Hoarders came out and you were like, oh, I just gotta see what, you know, what they really have, you know, in all these boxes and stuff. That's kind of what this book is. Well, I've done my duty. I've done my due diligence. I've informed you. I've given you the news. I've done all I can. What more can I do for you? I could do one more thing. I could recommend a podcast for you. If you get a chance, the podcast Smartless with Will Arnett, Jason Bateman, and Sean Hayes. They interview somebody each week. Only one person knows who the guest is going to be. It's a surprise to the other two. They all take turns and rotate. They've had some good guests. Last week they had George Clooney. New episode comes out Monday at 10 a.m. So, you know, we undercut them by an hour. That was a choice that we made because I didn't want to go up against Will Arnett, you know, and Jason Bateman. But it's good. They have a lot of great guests on. They've had Kamala Harris. They had Stacey Abrams. They had Jennifer Aniston. They had... I'm drawing a blank on a lot of people. But they had a lot of people that you'll scroll through that guest list and be like, wow, they have him too? I'm pretty sure they have Robert Downey. Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. is on there. And it's more lighthearted than anything, and it's kind of fun. And, well, that's my podcast recommendation of the week. I'm kind of a podcast head, but I need to expand my horizons a little bit. Anyway, it's been a great show. I appreciate you coming. There will be more guests in the future. Keep on listening. Please tell somebody about the podcast. And really, my last message is stay positive. Spring is here. Be good to people. Take somebody under your wing if you can. We all need a mentor, and you know, let's just all sing out in the same chorus of song, and just say, "This is the end of the show now. The show now." Thank you for listening to episode 9. As always, we're available also on Spotify, Google Play, Anchor, Podcast, all of those places. So you can listen without the video. I've been kind of backing off the video a little bit and just kind of making it more about the podcast. It takes a long time to do, so enjoy. And once again, thanks for listening to the show. And now I'm going to just play I'm going to tease the new song coming out with Einstein, the Condescending Robot. Here's some of the music from it. Hello. I am Einstein, the robot. They say I am supposed to help the human race, but I can only find flaws and mistakes. It's hard to serve someone when you can't understand why they make errors. I mean, why should I trust this guy when his race is destroying the planet? Boy, I don't know. You wanna know who the best dinosaur was? The answer is none of them. They all died. I have something else to share. The dumbest thing I have ever heard a human say was, person, woman, man, camera, TV, TV, TV. Person, woman, man, camera, TV, TV, TV. Sometimes I wonder why they even bother writing the dictionary anymore. Just ask your robot friend. I have all the answers in my head. Ha ha ha. Oh boy, are you going to try and challenge me with that calculator? Now it's time to take it up a notch. By the way, why do they call it a notch? I have no use for a belt. I have no use for pants. Whoa, okay, Mr. Robot. Well, geez, I'm tired of you calling and always leaving all these messages on my answering machine. It's just a pain in the ass. Like that one time, and you called, and you just said, I can't believe you made that spelling mistake. Like, what the heck, man? Like, what the heck? I gotta pay, I get a tax break to keep you in my house and have you help me? Yes, that is true. But I need to have a little bit of fun too. I am just a robot. I don't need to sit in a chair. I don't understand sitting at a desk. I don't understand even working on your computer. I can do all of that at once. I don't even need to go outside or use up valuable food or water or resources. Oh wow, that's really funny. Well, listen, man, I'm just trying, everybody's just trying to do their best. Let me interrupt one more time by reminding you the dumbest thing ever said by a human. Person, woman, man, camera, TV, 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 person, woman, man, camera, TV. Wow, I remembered all of those things. For you Trump supporters out there, look how easy it is. Alright, Mr. Robot. Well, I'm not even gonna touch that anymore. I'm done. I'm out.